Hello and welcome to another video. This is part 2 of Pcem version 17, and we're going to show a couple 3DFX games, or games that can use 3DFX. There was a person on the board there that wanted to know if I made a video of it. Well, I am now. I installed a couple games and they installed fine, and they used 3DFX fine. So, let's get started. My name is Dan, by the way. So let's get started. Alright, let's open up Windows 98 2nd edition Pcem. Alright. Before we get started on that, let's go to config and click on joystick. Now, you can click the down arrow here and select whatever joystick you got. If it shows up on Windows 10, it should show up here. Like I got the Xbox 360 controller hooked up, and it shows up as X input controller number 1, and it automatically mapped the buttons for me as a sidewinder. So whatever joystick pad you have, I couldn't get it to work with the Xbox 361 controller. It's wireless. I don't know if it's because it's wireless or Pcem doesn't see the newer joystick. But I had an Xbox 360 controller, so I used it. And it's not wireless, it's wired to the USB port. But anyways, just select whatever joystick you got there. Now on these right here, I don't know, you may have to you may have to find Windows 98 drivers to install them. I'm not for sure. I don't have any of those. I don't have a CH Flight Stick Pro, and I don't have the Thrustmaster Flight Control System. And even though I do have an 8-button joystick, let's see if I pick an 8-button and it'll show up. Yes, it shows up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, 0 through 7. Okay, so that you could choose a standard 8-button joystick, but I'd rather just use the sidewinder pad. Buttons 8 and 9 are not mapped. You could press on it and the triggers don't work. I wonder if I put in 8. No. Button. No. Can't type or anything. And if you click the down arrow, it only gives you 8 buttons to select from. So, okay. But anyways, I'll show you how to enable buttons 8 and 9 anyways. Alright, now since you came to config, if you change it, it automatically defaults to the memory that the board you're using, which I'm using the Super 7 VIC VA 503 Plus, and it comes with standard 512 megabytes of memory, which I'm just keeping as default. But if you have more memory in the config file than what the default is, it's been overwritten. Select OK and exit to fix that. Just go to the config file. Mine's on E drive. Pcem configs Win98 second edition. Okay. Memory size right here. You'll have to change it back to what you had before if you have more than 512. Okay, the joystick is right here. You notice it says joystick 0 button 9 equals 9, and the joystick button 8 equals -1. Well, just click past the 1 there and type in 8. Alrighty. Joystick 0, the axis 0 equals 0 and axis 1 equals 1. Joystick NR. I wonder if those are the pads. I'm not for sure. But anyways, that's all you need to change there. Select save at the top and then close it back out. Close out File Explorer. Alright, double click Win98 SE again. Don't go back into the config. Just click the arrow to start it. And we're starting up Microsoft Windows 98. The famous fanfare. Okay. Now let's go to Start, Settings, Control Panel. And at the top here, we'll go to Game Controllers. It automatically says Gamepad connected, status OK. These others will remove. And now we just got that. Now to go to Properties, here, shows you the button layout and the XY thing. So you move it around. Well, it's not working. It did yesterday. Why there's two showing up, I don't know. Of course, Demo Demons. There has to be something. Let's remove it. Add. So you got all these joysticks you can add here. Sidewinder. Click OK. Status OK, it says. So it detects it. But it's not working. Alright, test the game controller. If the controller is not functioning properly, it may need to be calibrated. To calibrate it, go to the settings page. Go to the settings page. Calibrate. Alright, that's not working. Let's try restarting. Let's try shutdown. Shutdown. Let's go back into the config. Remember, you'll have to reset your click OK. Try it again. Yesterday was working fine, but today it's wanting to give problems. Go back to settings, control panel. Whew! Boy, it's hot on this August day here in North Carolina. Sitting here sweating. I don't have air conditioning. Alrighty. Only one showed up that time. Alright, let's see if it works now. Go to the settings page, calibrate, press a button, cancel, cancel. Okay. Shut down again. Let's try something here. Alright, when you press none, all the buttons are cleared out, or grayed out. So let's select OK on that, select OK, and restart. Now it shouldn't show up. Oh, I'm using the wrong joystick. No wonder. I was using the Xbox One controller. They both look similar. I was using the Xbox One controller. It's not even plugged up. Shouldn't even work now. Be easy enough to fix. Says it's not connected. Okay, so it's working on that. Alright, let's try it one more time. I know, I'm a dumbass. I was using the wrong controller. Joystick 1, X input controller. There we go. Now let's go back into Pcem config. Remember, change your memory back if you had to do all this. And it saved it, so it didn't change any of the values. Okay, so exit out of there, exit out of there, and now start it back up. Luckily, this emulator boots up Windows 98 real fast. Faster than a normal machine. So restarting and starting is no big deal really in the time it takes for Windows 98 to boot up. I upgraded my computer to an AMD 5950X processor. Okay, go to settings again and control panel. It should work now that I'm using the right controller. Now, says status okay. Now, let's move the crosshair. Yeah, there we go. You notice it doesn't have a point of view hat like the Xbox 360. Alright, button 1 is A, button 2 is B, button 3 is X, and button Y is 4. Button 5 is left shoulder, button 6 is right shoulder, button 7 is the select, and button 8 is start, and button 9 you gotta press down. Since the triggers don't have a button, you gotta press down on the joystick to select it. That's 9. The left joystick and the right joystick is 10. Okay. So now we have a working controller. Let's close out of that. Alrighty. Before we start, I loaded a couple benchmark programs, like Wismark. That's an old 3D benchmark for the 3DFX cards. Start Wismark, yeah. Checking for supported, pressing the key to continue. The color's off a little bit. See the floor? But this is the 3DFX card. As you can see, it's moving pretty quickly. A little bit of tearing. We got 58,927.8 marks, which is good. Okay, that's one benchmark. I loaded one more. And that's 3D Mark 99 Max. It too will use the 3DFX card and the S3 card. Alright, we'll click on 3D benchmark. We'll change here. We don't want the okay, well, we have no point. You notice it defaulted to the S3 Verge DX GX PCI. Alright. 800 by 600 16-bit color. Alrighty. Let's run the benchmark at that. It's using AMD 3D Now optimizations. I'm running a K62 350 processor. Alright. Let's compare benchmarks real quick. It'll take about 5 minutes or so for each one. Let's just compare the S3 to the Voodoo. As you can see, we're running at a paltry 8 frames per second. So the S3 is crawling. Now it's going to do first-person shooters. Back in the day when this benchmark came out, this was supposed to be the top-of-the-line graphics. It's processing textures. Boy, the S3 is really struggling. S3 is only good for 2D processing. It's not really good for 3D. Of course, back in the day, you could run DOS 3D games like Wolfenstein 3D and stuff like that. Maybe Doom on it. Let's escape out of that. If we can. Pressing the escape key. Control-Alt-Delete will cancel. Locked up the system, so let's do a hard reset. We'll do the 3DFX card anyways. Believe me, you'll see a big difference in that compared to the S3. Since we did a hard reset, Windows does like it normally does. It checks for errors because it thought to shut down unexpectedly, which we did. Okay, we're back. Got programs, 3D Mark, 99 Max. Alright, select new benchmark. Defaults of the S3, all you gotta do is click change here. and select Voodoo 2 3D Accelerator. Leave it at 800 by 600 like you did the S3, so it'll be a fair test. Then click OK, and now benchmark. Yeah, we're doing a lot better. The Voodoo cards are really doing better. Like I said, this is supposed to be the top of the line graphics back in this day. We're averaging over 30, 40, 50. First person shooter is going to be lower because there's more detail, but we hit 42 there, and it dropped down to 19. I think it'll drop to 17 right here in this part. Yeah, 15, 16, 17. Now it's going to do a synthetic CPU 3D speed. My chair squeaks. That's what you're hearing. Now it's going to do a fill rate. You could do a search on Google to find these benchmarks if you want. You might be able to find them still. Now it's doing texture rendering speed. Don't see nothing fancy there, but it does get slower. Excuse me. I guess it's more than the memory on the Voodoo 2 cards. It's only got 16 megabytes total texture memory when it's in SLI mode. Now it's going to do bump mapping. That was a big thing back then. Now it's an everyday occurrence in 3D games. It won't do the one pass. It says not supported by hardware, so it's skipping the test. Alright, let's see what our score is. I guess that's pretty good, 3350 on 3D marks, 8920 on CPU 3D marks. So, I guess that's pretty good back in the day. Not for sure. Okay, let's exit out here. Nah, we don't want to save it. Alright. Let's look at some games that uses 3DFX. Right now I got Tomb Raider 2, which uses it. You can go to the setup after you install it. And as you see, I'm using Voodoo 2 DirectX 7 driver. I could change it to the primary driver, which is the S3. But we want the Voodoo 2. Sound, you can test it. Yeah. Controls, Microsoft Sidewinder gamepad, And if you have something else, then you can go to the control panel and then enable joystick advanced. You can disable 16-bit textures and so on and so forth. And select OK. Now, we'll go back to Tomb Raider 2 and select it. Please insert the Tomb Raider 2 CD. Control Alt page down. Control Alt page down. It's not showing my menu at the top here. Okay. And I can't move it. Now let's see. No. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll do it this way. Shut down. And we'll restart it. Well, why is it way up there? Maybe. Let's go to display settings. I'm running Windows 11. Scale, text app, and other apps. 100% recommended. Let's try 150%. There we go. 175%. %. Okay. There we go. Now we can load an image. Alrighty. I'll go to my Seagate drive. Games. Go to PC games. So you can see I got quite a bit of games. Of course, I got more than this. Tomb Raider 2. Tomb Raider 2.q. Alrighty. Alright. Full motion video. Core. We'll skip these intros. Okay. We'll just play around at Lara's house. As you can see, it actually works. Now this is the Voodoo 2 graphics. She can't run and jump at the same time. Wonder why. Well, yes, you can too. Well, why didn't it do it? Let's go back and do it again. I hate this stick. It's too sensitive. Ah, it worked that time. Yeah, there we go. Alright, let's look around. Whew, it's a long jump. She's going to have to jump and grab at the same time. Alright, let's see if we can pull this off. Yeah, we did it. Yeah. Alright, let's look around, see what's down below us. There's water. Alright, there's a slide there. She can climb. But anyways, this teaches you the mechanics of the game. Whew, I jumped off that time. But anyways, as you can see, it works, and this is 3D FX. Look around at the world. She looks around. Yeah. So, we can climb back up on those ropes. But we won't. Is this an open door here? Wow. Whoa. Nah, guess not. But anyways, as you can see, it works. The graphics aren't the greatest, but for 3DFX back in its day, it was okay. Tomb Raider wasn't really great on its graphics. Press escape. Go to game. And exit the title. And exit game. Alright, Tomb Raider works. Okay, the next one I have is, I don't know how you exactly pronounce it, Deus Ex. Okay. And I believe I'll have to have the disc in for it, so let's get it out. Let's see, ROM image. Deus Ex. Okay. Alrighty. We'll select play. Now this is well, you can play it with the joystick or with the gamepad, but it's mainly designed to play with the mouse. So, it's also by IDOS. IDOS. As you can see, the graphics are a little bit better on this. Storm. Ooh. Now, it's been decades since I played this game. Probably about 30 years. As you can see, the floor's got good shine for a 3DFX card. Graphics aren't that bad either.
I figure you'd be sick of drills by now. Hopefully our training exercises will be more interesting than what they've had you doing at the academy.
As you see, there's no lag in it. I mean, I can go wherever I want. I can move the mouse pretty quickly.
Open the door by clicking the right mouse button. The right button uses items in the world. The key on the desk opens encryption-based nanotech locks. When you pick it up, it will automatically be added to your keyring. Use the keyring to unlock the door and proceed to the next area. exercises. Press F1 at any time to access the inventory screen, which will let you add and remove items from the tool belt. Press F2 to view your current goals and any notes you may decide to take. On a typical mission, your NATCO agent's objectives are logged in electronically so that you can stay on task at all times. Now pick up a weapon and try to break open those crates. One of them is indestructible, but the others can be things you might find useful. Now pick up the lockpick and use it to open the door. Lockpicking takes time and expends the self-assembling resources to modern lockpicks. Just be patient and remember your training. At higher skill levels, you won't need as much time or lockpick resources to pick up the lock. Doors have two strength values. The door strength tells you how much damage the door takes before being destroyed. The lock strength tells you how many lockpicks are required to take the lock. Some doors have an infinite strength and an infinite lock strength. That means you have to find the key.
0012 to open the door.
The code to the door has been stored in the data queue. Right-click on the data queue to read the contents, then type the code into the keypad. You activate the keypad with the right mouse button, just like you activate a data queue or any object in the world. Use the disposable multi-tools on the table to hack the keypad overhead. A multi-tool's resources are finite. When a tool is depleted, it becomes useless. The manual describes other uses of the multi-tool. At higher skill levels, you'll need less time and multi-tool resources to hack a given device.
Reminds me something.
I'm here to pick up all munitions and equipment. Thanks for the cooperation, Agent.
Well, you took away my crowbar. How dare you, bastard.
You aren't done yet.
Yeah, I am.
Lying in front of you is a brave cadet who volunteered to be rendered unconscious for this next training exercise. Highlight and search him to find the key to the medical room. Afterward, pick up his body and place it on the medical table so that one of my aides can revive him once the exercise is over.
Reminds me of Thief, too. Also, not Thief.
Good work. I'll get someone down there immediately to revive Private Winslow. Move on to the next area.
Okay, that was enough. Showed you that worked. In 3DFX. Copy. Okay. We'll do the next one. Oh, page down. There it did it again. It reverted. Display settings. No. No. There we go. CD-ROM, load image. Thief. And we'll play. Now, I just installed this. I didn't set up anything. So we'll have to set it up. Go to play. Please insert this too. Load image. This too. Press OK. Thief was a very good game. I enjoyed it many times. I played it multiple times. I mean, to me it was a wonderful game. What I liked, you could play on Expert. You can get through most missions without killing anybody. As a matter of fact, it says do not kill people, which is different from most games. As you can see, these games are running flawlessly on the emulator. We'll skip the intros there. Alright, so we'll go to options. We can change the pose zoom on, look spring off, always free look. Video. Hardware's on, resolution. We'll change the character detail to high, which you can't really tell much. Hardware driving. You can select the it automatically selected the Voodoo 2 DirectX 7 drive. Alright, controls, customize controls, run forward, up, keypad up, backward, down, slide left, keypad, in, and so on and so forth. We're not going to actually play the game. We're going to start training here. We'll hide in here.
I was a kid, no parents, no home, running messages and picking pockets to keep my ribs from meeting my spine. One night I saw a man. Folks just passed him by like he wasn't there. I thought he must have something valuable, so I snuck up on him and made a grab. That's not for you.
Please, sir, I'm hungry. Don't tell the Hammers, I promise.
What is your name, boy?
Garrett.
You have talent, lad.
Let go of me, old man.
To see a keeper is not an easy thing, especially one who does not wish to be seen. We have a need for those as gifted as yourself. If you've grown tired of how you live, then follow me, and we will show you a different way.
Leave me alone.
As you wish.
I caught up with him just before he vanished into the crowd. It was the beginning of a very long education.
Okay. Follow the directions of your instructor in order to pass the training test. Hard. Experts all the same.
Welcome, young Garrett. In the nearby rooms, I will instruct you in the various skills you will need to survive. Please stay in the entrance area to each room while I explain the room's purpose. When you are ready to begin your lessons, proceed down this hallway to the first room.
See the light bar at the bottom? If it's totally black, that means you're hidden. If it's lit up, that means enemies can see you.
You must learn how to move unseen. Stay in the shadows. Avoid the light. The indicator on your screen will tell you how visible you are. Try to reach the top of the platform without being seen.
I'm playing with a keyboard. I normally play with a gamepad. So that's why I'm kind of stumbling here. I'm not good with
Well done. I did not see you approach.
Open this door to continue. When the door is near the center of your screen, it will light up, indicating that it is selected. To manipulate selected doors and other objects, use them.
mouse too. Oh, okay.
Good. Proceed down this corridor for your next test. Now you must learn to move quietly. Some surfaces are louder than others when walked upon, and moving quickly makes more noise than moving slowly. Listen to your own footsteps to hear how much noise you are making. The instructor will have his back turned. You must get to the top of the platform without being heard.
Of course, on carpet you're silent, but that right there in the middle two spots are metal, and you'll be heard. And that's metal, so you can't go that way.
Very good. I did not hear you traverse the room.
You on this door is already will lead you to your next task. Now get your weapons. To pick up objects, select them by centering them on screen until they light up. Then use them. Choose your weapon now. Try readying your sword and then your bow. You can always put them away again if you need your hands free. Now let's go out to the courtyard for some target practice. Ready your bow. Knock an arrow and draw back the string by holding down the attack button. Make sure you draw all the way back, or your shot will not have full power. Take aim, and when you are ready to shoot, release your attack. See if you can hit one of these targets. Good shot. Keep practicing if you wish. When you are ready to proceed, approach the training dummy and ready your sword. Swing at the target with the attack button. A quick tap will give you a slash. Move the tip of your sword to the left of the target for a left slash, and to the right of the target for a right slash. Hold the attack button down, then release for an overhead swing. Try both slashes and the overhead swing on the practice time. Good job. You're ready for a live opponent. To practice against your partner, enter the couple's sparring area. Well done. Keep sparring if you wish. When you are done, leave the sparring area.
Can't kill him, he won't kill
That's
him.
enough sparring for today. Please walk over to the table. Would you care for some refreshment before we move on, young Garrett? Please pick up all of the items on this table.
Cycle through your inventory to see the objects you have in your pockets. Once an object is displayed, you may use it. Have something to eat if you wish, then you may proceed. The next test is waiting on the other side of the metal door. The door is locked, but the key from the table will open. Good. Now head down this hallway and get to your next test.
The reason why it's jumping on the jumping.
Now you will learn new movement skills. First, climb the rope by jumping onto it. Move while looking up or down to climb up or down the rope. Turn to change your facing. If you jump again, you will release the rope. Now climb the rope to get to the top of the platform. Well done. Run and jump across the gap to the other side of the screen. Good jump. This obstacle is easy to climb if you know how. First, move close to the wall. Next, jump to grab the edge of the wall and pull yourself up. Good job. I am most pleased with your progress. You have passed the last test for today. If you wish, you may stay to practice your climbing and jumping, or swinging, ducking, leaning, or crawling. When you are finished, you may return to your chambers by showing the
Training gave you 1.5.
farewell.
But I found other uses for those skills.
My first goal. Alright. And it tells you that I followed the instructions in order. My stats. Total time, 5 minutes, 55 seconds. But anyways, you see that it works, and it's on 3DFX, Voodoo 2. It played flawlessly. The sound played flawless. So, if you got if you choose if you have a 3D audio card, then you'll really it can get spooky in that game, especially with the undead that you meet and the guards. You hear them walking around, but it sounds like they're either behind you or above you or below you or coming at you or what. So it makes you want to hide in shadows more often. But it's a fun game. I recommend playing it. It makes you think. You're not a fighter in the game, so don't try to fight the guards all the time, because if you do, you'll die. And the undead, until you get a special weapon, the undead, like the zombies in the game, they just fall over and lay there for a few minutes, a few seconds, and then they get back up and attack you again. So, and they can kill you pretty quick. So, but anyways, I hope you found this video helpful, and I enjoyed making it. So, but if you have any comments, let me know. And the person that said he couldn't get his game to run, I don't know why. I mean, if the game didn't install or what. I mean, you know, if it was a DOS game, it may not use 3DFX. But, you know, I don't understand why it didn't run for him. But anyways, let's get out of here. Let's fix my display here. Don't know why it did that. But anyways, like I said, I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll be talking at you later. Alrighty. Bye-bye.